Hello YouTube, model builders and truck builders and build-off competitors. I'm back here with another update. This will be I think my third update now. It's been a long time coming on this one. I've been sanding and filing and puttying and sanding and filing. I got a little bit of paint in. Oh, did I mention I was sanding? I've been doing a little bit of that. I showed you on my last video some of the mold lines and parting seams that I had to deal with here on the radiator. I got that to where I can live with it now. It's smooth as a baby's bottom all the way around except for where the tank goes on the top. I'm not going to mess with that. And I got it in primer. This tank goes on there like that, so I got the parting lines that will be seen. I got them gone. Like I said, I got it in primer. This is waiting for some paint. I'm not going to do much painting for the next 4 or 5 days because we got a lot of rain moving through and high humidity, so I have to kind of wait on the paint. But I showed you the exhaust pipes that I had with the sink marks in that I filled up, got rid of those. And the big seams on where the parts went together, I got those all out, and I got them round again because these here were oval shaped. I did a lot of work on these, sanding them, as you can tell, because it took me so long to get another update video. And some of the exhaust pipes were the same way. They had seams that run right through these expanded metal parts. Well, they're supposed to be expanded metal on the real truck, but they got all them grooves in there, and that seam run right down that joker. So I had to get that out of there. I got it out to where I can live with it now. And there was one of those for both sides of the truck, and that was no fun. The air intake tube has these, it's supposed to be a metal bar and then rubber gasket, metal bar, rubber gasket, and so on. I got it back round again. It was supposed to be round to start. I got the parting line that ran across the top. I think I showed you that in my last video. And there was one along the bottom too. I got both of those out. And the air tanks were the same way. I got those shaped up, and the drive shafts. I got the mold release line off of them and the ejector pin marks. I think I showed those in my last video. But I also showed you some chrome in my last video on my gas tanks. Or fuel tanks rather, not gas. Boy, am I glad I stripped the chrome off of these, because I'd have destroyed it anyhow trying to get these seams to match and line up. This was some ill-fitting tanks. These big parts they really bothered me because they were so far off. But I've been doing a lot of sanding and filling on them. I got them pretty close. I need to put a coat of primer on them and check them out, go from there. But like I say, I'm going to have to hold off on the primer for a day or two. I've got both tanks pretty well ready to go, I think. Get a primer on them, and I'll check them from there, see if I have to do any more touch-up. And then I'm going to alclad these in aluminum or chrome. I'm not sure which. I also did the step boxes. I de-chromed those and got those all fitted up. I showed you on some of these how they had the flash on a couple of these parts for the sides. I got those all cleaned up and seam lines tended to. And I put them together this far. These here are supposed to get painted body color. I think I just might go with body color on them and then aluminize these or chrome these. I'm not sure which. On my truck, they were aluminized. I may chrome them. I'm not sure. Yeah, probably aluminum, because I'm going for the truck I actually picked up when I purchased it. I got paint on the motor, and I've been doing a little detail work on that, and I've got detail work to do there. That's good stuff to do in the rainy days. And you can see the frame up here. I've got that in semi-gloss. I've got that to where I like it. I can do a little bit of detail work on that and bring that around, pick out some of the highlights and stuff. I know I said I was going to paint that frame red, but the look I'm going for is the look of the truck that I picked up at the dealership, and it was a black semi-gloss frame at that time, so that's what I'm going for. So as long as I've got the rainy weather and I can't paint, I'm going to do some more sanding and filing and filling and sanding. I de-chromed the wheels. I don't know if I showed you those last time or not, but I de-chromed all the wheels. I'm going to paint the back ones. They're going to be a white, because that's what color mine were on my truck. And then I'm going to chrome the front ones. I may chrome them all, but I'm thinking I'm going to go with white and chrome, like on my truck. After that, I've got some more chrome I have to strip. This here's the bumper and the grill. They're both need to be stripped and sanded, so I'm going to do them right away. There's a nasty mark along the bottom of this. I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up or not, or if you can see it or not. And up here there's a big booger in the chrome right there. So I'm going to have to sand all this down and get that fitted back up in shape. And then there's 2 marks in the top of the grill panel. So as long as that chrome is coming off, I can touch that up and do the body work on that. Other than that, I'm going to work on the rest of the wheels and tires. I got a big web to cut out of each one of the wheels, and there's a pretty decent line that runs down the center of each wheel or tire. I'm going to have to address all of that. And then also the next step for sanding and whatnot, like I say, is the rest of the wheels. There's some pretty bad spots on here that need to be addressed so I can get fitment and issues. The quarter fenders have some ejector pin marks on the back. I'm going to have to get after those. I don't think these ejector pin marks on these wheel spacers are ever going to be seen, so I may skip those. Anything to make this go just a little bit quicker. It seems like I've been sanding and sanding and doing nothing much more than sanding. Also, while I've got the stripper going, I'm going to strip my exhaust, my mufflers and exhaust stacks and stuff. I'm going to strip them. Now, I may leave the air cleaner hats, I may leave them chrome, depending on how they look. After I get them cut off here and trimmed up, I may very well strip them and outclad them. Kit Chrome and I, we're not real good friends if you want to make it look shiny. That's a little too shiny, and I'll go from there after I get it taken apart. I've been watching not everybody, but I've been watching a lot of videos. A lot of you guys have really got a lot of great progress coming on your trucks. A couple of guys are doing frame extensions and stuff. And, I'm glad I'm not doing anything like that. I bit off quite a bit of work on this big truck here. 1/16 scale and all. So anyway, before this video gets too long, I'm going to say goodbye. And I'll see you when I have another update. Hopefully I have some of this stuff painted and maybe even some of it assembled. Goodbye, guys. Good luck. Have fun.